Looking to brighten your smile and boost your confidence? Look no further than Brighter Shades Ahead, your ultimate destination for teeth whitening. Jamie, the founder, has over 20 years of dental expertise. As a licensed and certified teeth whitening professional who understands the challenges of motherhood, she's here to help you. As a valued listener, you can take advantage of an exclusive offer. Mention this podcast and receive a generous $25 discount on a blissful 90-minute session. Whether you're preparing for dental work or just looking for a confidence boost, visit brightershadesAhead.com or call or text 801-550-4693. Again, 801-550-4693 to schedule your next whitening session. Remember, brighter teeth won't solve all your problems, but they're a beautiful reminder that brighter days are always ahead. I recently got my teeth whitened by Jamie and loved the experience. I am excited to go back, and I know you'll love the experience too. So book her today. Ready to have more energy, fit into your favorite jeans again, and just feel good? Shannon Galladay is here to help you create a healthy lifestyle so you can be your best for the people you love most. Shannon, the founder of Gala Day Fit, has over 12 years of experience as a health and fitness coach and a year of experience as a life coach. As a mother of 3 girls who struggled with her weight during pregnancies, she understands what it's like to get her body back after having babies. As a valued listener, you can take advantage of an exclusive offer. Mention this podcast and receive a generous $20 discount on our fitness and nutrition package, plus a free 30-minute life coaching session with Shannon. Whether you want to lose the baby weight, run a 5K race, or just feel better in your clothes, call or text Shannon at 480-823-2595. You can also go to yourwellnesscheckin.com to get Shannon's free checklist and videos to help you start feeling better right away. It's time to start feeling and looking your best so you can take care of the people you love most. Shannon is so welcoming and easy to talk to. I just love interacting with her. I know working with her could be a meaningful experience.
The following presentation is a production of Ride the Wave Media.
Step into the world of A is for Adversity, a podcast where we explore the journey of motherhood. Join us weekly as we navigate the intricate garden of self-discovery amidst the trials of motherhood. This is your space to nurture your identity and bloom. I'm your host, Jen Banks. Hey there! If you're listening to this when it airs, it is the week of Valentine's Day. And if you haven't heard my friend Brenda's podcast, you need to go check it out. It is called The Restored Wife, and she talks about all things relationship and just really being empowered in your relationship and increasing the connection and fun and playfulness. So again, that's The Restored Wife on Ride the Wave Media. I am excited to introduce you to my guest today. His name is Dan Rawls, and he is just very connected in the community of Daybreak, and he does a lot of networking, and he is a wealth of knowledge both in life and business. So here we go.
Hey, Dan, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I know time is limited, but I really appreciate you doing this.
Sure.
So we'll just start talking about who you are, and then we'll kind of move into what you do. So tell us a little bit about you and when you moved to Daybreak, all that sort of stuff.
So I'm Dan Rawls, and I'm a dad, and I have 2 grown kids, son and a daughter that turned out amazing. It's exciting to watch their journey. I've been in the entrepreneurial world for 35 years today. In fact, 35 years ago today, I started with my company that I still work for. And I love boating. I love skiing and the outdoors, activities, diving. Those are all things I do pretty regularly. So that's a little bit about me. I love motivation. I love making a difference in people's lives. I love connecting people, making connections to introduce people for whether it's business or personal related or dating related or relationship related. It's just a euphoric passion for me. I just hosted a big event with over 50 people at my home, a business after hours event. And it was just incredible. Some of the connections people made. So I can't ever turn it off, because I think that in the world of networking, what I've taught for over 30 years is networking is something you do a little bit of all the time, not a lot some of the time. In fact, in today's world, rarely do you run into someone that works 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, whereas that was commonplace 25 to 30 years ago.
Yeah, so true. I saw that picture that you posted, and I hope to go to your next event. So I just missed it. So, what is one of your favorite vacation spots? I know you recently got back from a trip.
Well, I don't know how you define favorite because I have too many to really put that in a box. And unless I had multiple choice and I could check all the above, that would
There you
probably be my best answer. So
Yeah.
I've been to Cozumel. That was my 17th trip to Cozumel.
Wow. That's awesome. I love it. What are some of the other hats that you wear? You mentioned you're a dad and you're into business. Is there any other hats you wear?
No, that's pretty much it. Pardon me while I have a shake on our podcast Zoom. This is my morning staple, whole food, plant-based shake. I've worked for my company. It's one of our products for 35 years. My company is almost 54 years old, and I started at 21. So that's my daily staple every day.
There you go. That's great. What is one of your core values? What do you feel like drives you the most?
Following up with people, but that shifted for me in the last 3 to 5 years. Oftentimes I'll wait to see if people follow up with me because I want to see if they're worthy of me following up with them.
Yeah, that's great. I know.
And I've really shifted that. I mean, sometimes I call it the mother test. I want to see if it's someone I would, when my mom was living, if it's someone that I would refer my mom to, if I could build enough trust with them that I would refer to my mom for their business, whether it was someone in car sales or owned a house cleaning business or insurance agent. Call it the mother test. And quite frankly, 95% of the people fail that test because they don't follow up.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I'll have to borrow that title. I like it. The mother test. Yeah. So when have you experienced some adversity and do you feel like it refined your character?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, adversity can be an ongoing thing. I have definitely lots of adversity. I don't think I could put that in a short Zoom just to answer that question. Death has taught me a lot. I didn't really see myself becoming an orphan in my early 50s. My whole immediate personal family's deceased. And, the way it's designed, the youngest is supposed to outlive everybody if it worked out that way. But usually that doesn't happen till later in life. You don't really see that happening to too many people in their 50s. So that's definitely adversity. And yes, I would say a lot of those things defined my character, my outlook on life that, I used to live in the world of someday I'll get to that. Someday I'll do this. And it was just interesting because on my recent trip, my good friend Mike's about 9 years older than me. And he's retired, semi-retired. And he said that a lot of people, they save money to get to a point of, oh, I'll travel or I'll do this when I have X amount of money or I can do this. And then with their health, they can't do it because, I mean, their ailments, their health, they're not able to travel. They're not able to go on a cruise. They're not able to get on a plane and a train and travel and do the things that they want to do. And so, it's a balance. It's a balance because when you have children, you're raising a young family, you're worried about retirement and school, private, whether it's Christian school, whether it's college education. I think it's backwards, actually, the way that it's kind of designed a little bit, but it's a live and learn. So, you see all the cliches that are out there, YOLO, you only live once, go do it. But, I say do it because I have lots of regrets when my kids were younger I didn't stay an extra 2 days on vacation. It was always Saturday to Saturday we're going on vacation. Whereas why don't we leave Friday and come back Sunday 9 days later? And so when I take vacations or trips, not always, but for the most part, all the 7-day trips in the last 5 to 7 years have turned into 9-day trips, which encompasses the 2 days of travel and the full 7 days of vacation. So that's taught me a lot.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, we'll move into a little bit what you do now. When did you catch the entrepreneurial bug? You mentioned that you've worked in your company for a long time. Did it kind of just get you from the beginning?
Oh, I mean, that was 1988. I mean, I basically went to my first meeting And I just kind of caught the vision of meetings and groups. And I knew I could meet people faster through groups than anything else I could do on my own. And I decided to start inspiring. Our company's mission is inspiring healthy living around the world. And so health is the big part of what I do, because it doesn't matter if you have all the money in the world and all the freedom. If you don't have your health, it doesn't make any difference. And again, that's a cliche that you see a lot all over social media. What's your greatest thing you're thankful for? And most people say, well, my health, but then they don't realize until you have a major ailment or a major setback and you can't do certain things. So another reason you only live once.
Yeah, for sure. What a great takeaway.
Are you looking for peaceful, screen-free activities? Introducing Daybreak Dough, a local homemade Play-Doh and sensory kit business that uses natural ingredients found in your kitchen. Ash has been making homemade Play-Doh and sensory activities since 2016. As a preschool teacher, she immediately saw the impact creating engaging sensory experiences had on her young students and started using them as a tool to help with her own mental health too. Homemade Play-Doh and sensory activities offer many benefits for young children, adults doing inner child work, and anyone who is seeking more play in their lives. Daybreak Dough's mission is to remind all of us the importance of sensory play, no matter our age. Visit www.daybreakdough.com and enter code ADVERSITY at checkout for 10% off your entire order. Daybreak Dough can also be found on Instagram and Facebook with the handle @DaybreakDough. I ordered a few of these from Ash and I love them so much. My preschoolers stay engaged for a very long time and request these kits almost daily. Whether you're ordering one for yourself or some kids in your life, you won't be disappointed. Have you ever been curious about the energies that influenced you the moment you took your first breath? Are you captivated by the cycles of the moon? Are you intrigued by the connection you feel to the stars in the universe? If so, having your birth chart read can answer these questions and give you insight to the cosmic blueprint that was made when you were born. Kayacommunity founder Cambria Davis is an experienced astrologer and energy healer that has the unique ability to unveil the magic of your birth chart and the essence of your soul in ways that will resonate with you for years to come. Not only can this 60-minute reading connect you deeper with the stars, the cosmos, and yourself, it can help you return to your soul's essence and to remember the purpose you have here during this existence. It can provide direction and guidance if you feel stuck or lost. And most importantly, it can help you be in alignment with the timing of your life. Follow your soul today and book your reading with Cambria by visiting www.kayacommunity.com. That's community with a K. Or find the link in the show notes. I met Cambria at the business networking lunches in Daybreak and have been so fascinated by her talents and personality. And I'm so excited to have my reading done with her in the future, as well as a girls' night where she will do birth chart readings. Book a session with her and be sure to mention that I sent you.
So who's your ideal client? Tell us a little bit about your business and what it does.
Well, I do two different things. So the first is I work for an $18 billion company that is in about 35 countries. We're based in Memphis, Tennessee. It's called Juice Plus. It's whole food nutrition. It's the most researched nutritional product in the world. People could ask Siri, you could Google that. One thing that I love about my company, apart from the fact that we have the most researched product that's out there with over 40 medical studies, is that our company has had a program called Healthy Family Starts. It's a children's health study where children could take our product free for 4 years if a parent would take the product. And it's basically fruits and vegetables in a capsule or a soft chewable like a gummy. And that was a 4-year program. And 6 months ago, our company made a huge shift that now ages 4 through 25. So a child could literally take a product free of charge. The only thing they pay for is the shipping. And as long as an adult parent or just an adult relative, family member, even a 20-year-old could sponsor a younger child, that they can take the product free until they're 25 years old. So they could literally take the product free for 21 years. It's a huge shift. No company will ever catch us. No company will ever offer anything like that. So my target market is moms, because moms make the grocery decisions, the health decisions, the kids get sick. That's just kind of their wheelhouse. Not always, but most of the time, moms fuel our business. 95% of our company is women. I just happen to have been with the company longer than this one product has been in existence. So that's my target market. People that have children. That's a huge interest. And it's interesting because a lot of people in today's world, we have confused consumers and people, oh, I read an article on Wikipedia or WebMD or Dr. So-and-so said this on the internet, or I saw this article on Facebook. And I mean, the fact is that every human being in the world could eat more fruits and vegetables, and most people aren't going to do it. They're not going to change. And so basically what I do is it provides a nutritional gap. It's the gap between what we do eat and what we should eat. And for me, it's just part of my grocery budget. So, that's my target market. Also, I look for fitness people. I look for people that are into health, nutrition, that are exercising, that go to the gym and work out. Because just because you're fit doesn't necessarily mean you're healthy. And just because you're healthy doesn't necessarily mean you're fit. And it's a balance. I mean, I like desserts and pizza and ice cream and all those things. I don't frequent them all the time, probably less than most people, but I do have my vices and my weaknesses. And so that's why this is our, Dr. Sears calls it our nutritional seatbelt, basically. So those are some of my target markets in that particular business and what I look for.
Yeah. And then you mentioned another business. What else do you do?
So another business stems back to almost 30 years ago. I started attending business meetings of a business group, and then that turned into a career for me as well. That I just have a passion for influencing people and connecting people. And I had the opportunity to start about 130 business groups over the last, call it 27, 28, 29 years. And pretty proud of that, because about 100 of those are still in existence upwards of 20, 25, 28 years later. Wow. And made a huge impact. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people earn six figures of revenue and referrals in their own business through connections and introductions that I've helped them with. And so it's a membership based platform that, I love helping people make the right connections. And, networking is an interesting word. I think it's a grossly overused word in the world. I think it's a grossly overused word in some states more than others. But the fact is that a lot of people are networking. Most people just don't know how to do it. They think they know how to do it. They think going to a meeting and exchanging business cards and shaking a few hands and making a few follow-up emails or phone calls, they think that's networking. Networking is not selling. I mean, there's plenty of books and articles. And I mean, I've taught it because it's a learned skill. But one thing I can tell you is, 30 years ago, I couldn't network my way out of a brown paper bag. I mean, 35 years ago, I couldn't lead a silent prayer. I mean, I literally, in certain aspects of my life, I'm a major introvert. I could tell you 3 or 4 platforms about why and how, but it just depends on the environment I'm in. Sometimes if I go to a new place, I go to a Christmas party, an open house, if I don't know anybody, if the 2 or 3 people that invited me aren't there yet, and I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly, sure, yeah, I'm out of my comfort zone. Absolutely still an introvert.
Yeah, it's so interesting how networking works and just how you never know what connections are going to come back around and how you're going to, connect on a certain level. And it's just so fascinating. I've seen it time and time again. Some people think that they have nothing to offer each other, but really once you get talking, there's so many doors that can be opened. So do you have a favorite quote or mantra that guides you or inspires you?
So probably one of my favorite quotes is from Jim Rohn. Jim became my mentor when I was 22. I was introduced to Jim Rohn. I met him when I was 23, and I've been listening to his material ever since. I mean, not a month goes by where I'm still not listening to Jim Rohn, but he said that for things to change, you have to change. And for things to get better, you have to get better. And it's just a good constant reminder to always be thinking that. As hard as it is to change, because the older you get, the more set in your ways you are, and the harder it is to change. So that's a good slap in the face from Jim Rohn.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else that you'd want to share, or how can people find you if they want to work with you or get to know more about what you do?
So I would just say seek me out on LinkedIn is probably a simple platform. It's Dan Rawls, Rawls. My social media platforms, they're all different between Instagram and Facebook is more personal. LinkedIn is more business, but all my contact information is listed there. And I've had the same phone number. My phone number has survived 2 area code changes. So I've had the same phone number with 3 different area codes because I like to think I'm a permanent fixture. But, my big question I like to ask people is, who do you need to meet through me? And I'd love to invite you to one of my groups or one of my events or things that I'm doing. And there'll be some new events that will be happening next year. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Thanks again for listening. And thanks as always to Ride the Wave Media. And if you wanted to check out my website, it is asforadversity.com. There is a freebie there for a self-care birthday adventure. You can put in your information and get more freebies in the future. Thanks again for listening.